and they being the other one, which may be one of the reasons why they are number 1 and 2, that are just so good at using the pistols at any given time. They're really strong with them, and that definitely helps out a lot. HellRaisers, though, they get to start on the CT side, which is definitely good news. And Envy going to be on the slightly less favored terrorist side. Already taking a fight over by Banana, and Angel, he's down half, and the grenade follow-up. I guess NBK caught the news that someone was damaged over there.
Yeah, that was really nicely done by him, and Flamey taking damage as well, having to back off here. If they can try and force this nade out early, the smoke nade that Flamey has, this would be good. Kucher's the only one with the smoke on the HellRaiser's side still, and he's waiting on B side as well. They were expecting a bit of a push behind this. But right now, Envy have really forced a great rotation out of HellRaisers. Both guys with gear over on the B site, and now they're going to start heading over towards the A site. There isn't a whole lot here to stop them. An HE and a flash.
Oh, they're both in pit, which is somewhat good, but if they end up wrapping around Arch as well, this pit position is going to be quite severely compromised. You'd have to... You can see Adrian is already sort of fearing that someone's going to show up there, because then they have to shoot at way too many angles while also covering apartments. They need the information that someone's coming here fast, and they need rotations from the B-bomb site, and I think it's going to be too late. I think actually Envy have a really good setup right now.
Man, but we've seen Doja do magical things as well from this position. I'm just amazed at how slowly they're taking it, EnVyUs, right now. But there's Doja already. Gets 1 kill. NBK is going to be able to return, take out his teammate Adrian, and Doja's still alive doing the damage. He is managing to buy time. Just not enough of it. He gets overwhelmed in the end by NDK, and it's going to be the rest of HellRaisers rotating in from the B site now.
Yeah, still doable. I mean, the bomb just went down. Kucher does have a defuse kit, so this can be accomplished. But as soon as they're in a 1v3, that significantly lowers the odds for the HellRaisers team, and Sharks will pick up a kill at the end. MBK, though, with a triple in that round. Obviously, he's going to be the main reason why they ended up winning it. Just actually really solid play, and I would say a lot more composed than we normally see Envy in rounds like these. I was actually expecting as soon as they got the killer there, they'd either keep charging in or they'd run back to A really quickly, but they really took some time to make sure they had the right idea, and they even put one guy all the way in Arch, all the way in CT spawn to check no one was there before they went for the move, so well played.
Yeah, really pacing themselves, really taking their time, feeling out how the defense was set up. And now they've got the guns on Envy's side. Full rifles, couple SMGs actually. I like the umps. I mean, that you get a kill with the ump, that's a bonus to $300 on top of the normal rifle money, right? So you're getting 600 total. It's really nice to be picking that up in these follow-up rounds where HellRaisers may not have that much gear. Because we can see right now, HellRaisers actually, they aren't investing too much in this round. They only have one guy with Kevlar right now, and that's Adrian.
Oh, that's definitely interesting. That seems to change so much these days. Exactly what kind of buy people tend to go for. And I think HellRaisers that last round, because they had Angel so far up by the card, they were kind of hoping that if Envy were charging Banana and they fought him, maybe Angel gets a kill, but then he dies. And then they hope they keep charging, because they actually had another 2 people already waiting. So there was like it was like a way of actually baiting out Angel, sacrifice him, but then hope you get the rest of the terrorist team to rush in, and then you're ready for it. UMP getting 2 good kills here with Happy picking off Doja and Adrian, and we're down to Angel and Flamey, and they're in the wrong spot once again. But they kind of might as well go for it, see if they can get something done here.
Yeah, it's not looking too hot. NBK nearly bungles that, actually. That was a bit too close for comfort. Angel doing a lot of damage to him. And Kyoshima's going to be most likely helping him out. Yep, he catches Flamey off guard, and there isn't a whole lot that the HellRaisers can do in this scenario. But that was a very good anti-eco round coming out of Envy. I mean, solid round, getting kills with the umps, which is exactly what they were hoping for, and keeping everybody alive, so they're not going to spend much money in this 4th round, or this 3rd round, rather. Excuse me.
So now the question is, what are they going to get up to? I mean, they're just going to use the fact that they didn't buy armor last time to buy more grenades. Doja has a flashbang, so I kind of hope that they're going to set something up. And you can see they're actually almost all in B, so probably they're going to end up using that to go on. There's Doja popping the flash, and oh, Happy does get flashed, but they can't really catch him quick enough, and backup should actually be coming. No, they're going to leave Happy behind. The rest of Envy just saying, yeah, you may be our in-game leader, but you're going to have to take care of yourself on this one. We've got this A-bomb site covered.
I think that was just Happy saying, you know, save yourselves, leave me behind.
Go on without me.
Because, I mean, that one flash, it is not a common tech. I mean, we don't see it that often anymore these days, but in eco rounds, rather, if you have that flash that comes out over Banana, sometimes you will see that stack, right? They're going to have an extra man over there, and it looks like Envy, they've figured that out. Immediately, as soon as it was happening, they did not hesitate.
Yeah, well, I've been a long-term proponent of buying those flashes and smokes in the eco rounds, because it's so effective. almost rather people do it than they buy pistols. If it came down to the choice between one or the other, those flashbangs could be so good. Bit of a shame, actually, for HellRaisers that there weren't more people out there, because if they fought like 2 people, they could have probably killed both of them as well. So, in the end, they get the one kill in there, and they do a little bit of damage. I think someone went up with the bomb as well. So, 3-0, and we're into the 4th round, and no AWP on Kucha. I guess that's what we're looking for. If someone's going to pick it up, that's what we saw last time on Inferno from HellRaisers. He was the guy to do it.
I'm wondering if that's going to be the go-to strat, because I was expecting the AWP as well, seeing as how they'd ecoed both. So I'm like, okay, they're going to really invest heavily in this round. They want to be able to have a sniper rifle, but that's not the case. It seems like they just want to have as much as possible here as far as nades are concerned, and the big rifles, the M4s across the board. So EnVyUs right now, though, they're definitely testing the limits here, trying to see if they can't find somebody lurking up in apartments. So they go ahead, clear that out. No forward positions being held here, in fact, by HellRaisers. They are playing this very carefully. Oh! What? Shoxy gets that kill somehow.
That looked like he was fumbling around with his AK for ages before he got it out. And Adrian looked like he should have been able to get that kill. Now they're moving in, and they do actually probably hear them running back. At least they should have. Angel spots one here, and that's Happy staying behind just to, you know, make more people stay in middle, essentially. Flamey's going to be all alone here with an M4 in hand. So many people coming around the corner. He gets the one. He keeps spraying. Oh, my God. Flamey, what a beautiful triple spray down. That may have just saved the round here for HellRaisers. That was stunning rifle control, and it's going to be up to Kiyoshima and Happy to see if they could do anything about it.
Well, they're in decent positions right now. It looks like Happy has set himself up to watch towards Banana, or at least cut off CT. They still have a smoke as well. That's going to buy more time, and now Kiyoshima can get in position in the back of the site. So Envy have one of those quasi crossfires. This could be very solid here. Happy going to be looking towards construction, as you can see. 2 guys coming in from HellRaisers, but there is a man lurking close to CT. They spot out Happy, and he's going to take this fight. Happy and Kiyoshima, they do the damage, but Kiyoshima can't get the final spray. Somehow bungles the final spray on Kucher. That seems like that was a scenario that Envy should have won.
Yeah, with the initial damage, and Happy playing it close to the smoke like that, they definitely had the chance. But I think Kiyoshima had a Galil in the background as well. It just does a little bit less damage. I mean, just a little bit less, especially when you're not hitting headshots. So I think that may have also been what kept Kucher alive at the end. So, first round going in favor of HellRaisers. But none of that would have even been possible. It wouldn't even have been a question if Flamey doesn't get a triple. Even just a double kill, Envy produced outright win the round. So, huge credit to Flamey for picking up that. That is such a hard position to be in, especially because you don't not just have to get the triple kill, but you also have to make the choice and actually stay. Because if you start falling back again, they could just chase you down and you end up maybe getting no kills at all.
Exactly.
So he had to kind of stay there and just commit to it.
Control the spray and hope that they were going to walk in and line up the way they did. That was just really nicely done. Envy are certainly going to be a bit frustrated, but it's not over yet for Envy. They did make that a very costly round for HellRaisers. So HellRaisers are definitely not out of the woods yet. They need to lock down this round and keep a significant number of teammates alive, or Envy are just going to roll right over him here. I mean, if Envy pick up this round, HellRaisers are pretty much ecoing in the next round, and then Envy pretty much have all the rounds they need on this T side to begin with. So high pressure situation here for the CT side.
Having a strange setup right now. HellRaisers, that is, with 3 people in B so late into the round at 40 seconds. That's definitely unusual for a CT side to be picking it up. And I'm glad they're rotating Kucha back towards Archway, because they are definitely going to need it. Bit of a flashbang to try and break any kind of rush. I mean, look at the timing here for Envy. 25 seconds by the time they go in. This is very late. Navi would be excited, but the rest of the European scene, not that much. Oh, a lot of damage to Ingeman Smiths there, and now they have to go. 15 seconds left. They're almost out of time.
Yeah, it's not going to be enough here. Smiths takes out Kucher. 1-for-1 trade there, but there's still 2 guys alive in the pit. 1 in Graveyard. 10 seconds left. They need to get this bomb planted, but they're getting picked off everywhere, HellRaisers. 4 seconds, and just as it ticks over to 4, they get that bomb plant, but it almost feels like they could have got the job done regardless. It's just Flamey alive 1v4.
Yeah. Now they know where he is.
He's thinking the back. Yeah, he's thinking, got to save this gun. But look at Shoxy. He's already on the hunt. This is great play here by Shoxy. If he can catch him before he gets into construction, or if he goes for the B site, there you go. But Shoxy misses the shot. He's going to be regretting that mistake.
Yeah, bit of a shame there at the end. I mean, if they could just take this rifle away from Flamey, HellRaisers won't have much to say in the upcoming round. Very interesting round, this one. Smiths end up getting the last kill, and they just don't have the money for it on HellRaisers. They're going to have to eco, as could have been predicted. Now, Like we kind of pointed out to begin with, having 3 people in B is not a bad idea, but what tends to happen is you use those 3 people in B to clear banana. Once you have the control, you can at least fall 1 back and sometimes 2.
Yeah.
But it seemed like, and at 40 seconds still having 3 people in B, that's a lot of time, especially when you don't have anyone in the middle actually giving you the info. It's not like HellRaisers had anyone in the apartments spotting out that there was no one there. They actually just didn't know much about what was going on.
It's almost like HellRaisers are taking a leaf out of Titan's book, because Titan have also been favoring this 3-man on B side stack. Mad spray there by Smiths, and they will lose no one to that. Kyoshima does drop kind of low, but not the end of the world. They're going to be able to get the control of this A site and get the plant as well. Oh, Happy, lurking. Gets overwhelmed. Nicely done there by Angel.
Yeah, it's just not Happy stay down there by Banana, is it? But I mean, if he's the only one dying every round and they keep getting the A bomb site, it's not such a bad trade for the EnVy team at all.
Well, so far, this map is really playing into EnVy's hands. They're about to get all the rounds that they need, pretty much. 5 rounds Chi side. If they get up to 6 or 7, it's really going to be hard for HellRaisers to come back in the second half once things swap over.
Angel, again, trying to save the gun. Seems like he should be able to up here. I mean, it's not that easy finding him in here, and even if they do, he's actually got a smoke grenade, so he's going to try and... Well, once he puts that up, they probably have a good idea. You can see them kind of... They hear the sound, and they're just moving up. Oh, that's a good angle there, being shot through from Smiths. Just seeing it coming. Angel, though, he's going to be all right, and it will be 5-1.
Man, they're still so wrecked on money, though, HellRaisers. I mean, they're gonna be able to eke out a buy here. Barely. Angel is going to have to skimp, or he'll get dropped the... But, I mean, he bought a FAMAS.
Yeah.
It still feels like skimping on all sides, but look at that. I mean, basically, they're prioritizing smokes, and then they have, like, a handful of flashes to work with, an incendiary on Flamey. They really don't have a lot to work with right now.
An incendiary on Flamey, but he also has no armor at all, meaning he gets into any kind of fight with anybody and doesn't instantly kill them, he will definitely go down very fast. Not just because the additional damage, but mostly because the aim punch that is so hard to deal with. We'll see. I do like them prioritizing smokes. I mean, that's obviously what you have to do on Inferno regardless, but just look at the EnVy team. They have so much more equipment. Still got plenty of smokes, Molotovs, and everything else that you could basically want. But I don't blame HellRaisers for doing this, because they know how good EnVy are on the CT side. They have to get basically all the rest here. They have to make this 10-5, and it doesn't seem like it's happening. NBK finding the opening kill to take down Flamey, and they do get a return there from Angel, but now the B-bomb site is open for business. There's nobody covering it.
And Happy still lurking here in Boiler as well. This is going to be very difficult here for HellRaisers to get the proper read. It seems like they're finally getting an idea of it. Angel spotting that smoke going down there to block off CT. That's pretty much the signal that HellRaisers need. But Happy, pre-fire, spots the shadow. Very nicely done. Picks off Doja, and that's basic. I mean, this is now just a fantastic position for EnVy to be in. They've got the bomb down. They've got 4 guys alive. HellRaisers are definitely thinking about their money right now, and you can already see they're just heading right back to the A site. They know that they need to try and hold on to these rifles to have a fighting chance in the next round.
I don't know. EnVy are kind of... They're kind of just walking into any bomb site that they want, and HellRaisers only really know that it's happening by the time they're in the bomb site. Like, they don't have any forward information at all. So I kind of like to see them if they could just... If they could at least control apartments for a while. They don't have to fight tooth and nail for it, but they could just control it for a little bit and see if there's anyone from EnVy even challenging. Because if they know that much, they have a pretty good read about what's going on. If they do the same top banana, well, then they're going to limit the terrorist forces to be basically second mid or mid, and then once they lose those spots, because it's really hard keeping them forever, both top banana and apartments, but once you lose them, you at least know a little bit about what they're doing, and they will have wasted some time. It feels like EnVy are just getting too much space to move around the map right now. Yeah. Way too much.
Uncontested for sure, but this is also HellRaisers now making adjustments. They've got 3 guys over on the A site now, rather than having them at B to begin with. Nice flashes here. And they're going to peek behind a HellRaisers, but there's Smith to take it 1, and BK follows up, takes out Angel, and the B site is completely open at this point. They don't spot a 3rd man. Kucher's trying to get in position as quickly as possible, and he is going to be in position to spray, but they're going to be able to get right past this EnVy. Nice pause by them as well, just to make sure that they didn't run into a stray bullet.
They don't feel any pressure right now. They're even leaving Happy behind, and that's so smart to do every single time, because even though Happy's not going to catch anyone this time, he'll know no one is coming from Banana, or you can just focus plainly on the main entrance and on Flowers, and that's what's happening here. Adrian goes down, trying to charge into the edge of the smoke to pick someone off, but this is not working out too well. Kucher A good return kill, and Kyoshima gets shocks as well. He's on 1 health here. But you can tell that Doja was already thinking about backing off, so... Oh no, the fire, what are you gonna do now? Kucha, he can just shoot, there it is, they killed everybody. But they don't have, well, they're too far away. What an upset.
Doja will live. Kucha, keep running. He makes it out of the radius. Even 1 point of health, though.
That's so weird, though. Like, that whole situation is pretty absurd. They were, what, in a 3v4? Then what? Adrian goes down, then he leaves them in a 2v4, and then they actually kill everyone without losing anybody, but they still can't get the bomb.
But that just shows, you know, how much firepower EnVy have right now. Like, they have all the confidence, and now they know they have all the rounds they need as well. So we might still see things like that where they just start doing pushes that don't necessarily make sense in normal conditions.
Oh,
nice
good grenade there as well. Flamey with the follow-up. Angel charging out. He gets that bomb. He gets... No, that's Flamey. It's all Flamey in the background. He got the triple kill. Quad kill, in fact. It's going to be up to Happy, and I kind of want him to walk down here just so Flamey can get his just reward, but might not happen. Adrian, mag 7 in hand, and that is a nicely handled round. Then it's a round where they, for once, deny banana control to the terrorists. I mean, they do it aggressively and kill the whole team, but regardless, they take the fight and actually win it.
And this time around, Kucher, he's actually going to break out that AWP. So this is when HellRaisers decide to try and change things up. And I like it. With 6 rounds remaining, it's not too late to go for this to have an impact. They can try and at least shut down EnVy early here. And if EnVy try to set up to take Banana back, Kucher could be lying in wait. But he's taking it over to the B side, to the A side. He's actually walking around in apartments with this. This is a bit of a JW angle here.
Yeah. They're going to get the opening kill. Smiths and Shocks goes down. Kuja going to miss the shot. He does get the follow-up there as Happy really wanted to challenge him. And now it's all on Kyoshima. And HellRaisers got to be really smart right now. They can just wait for Kyoshima. They know where the bomb is as well. They don't have to hunt him too much. And with that grenade, it should be pretty clear what's going on. Making a lot of noise as well. Kyoshima goes down. He almost impaled himself on Kucha's AWP.
No way for him to know.
No, not really. 3-7 though. I mean, they gotta start picking. Like, they gotta win all the rounds from here on out.
Pretty much.
The pistol, without a doubt.
But look at how, I mean, basically EnVy are like, yeah, just keep buying. You got 3,000? Go for it, dude. Tech 9 on Soxy. And they're just gonna keep spending money. They had so much bank after that streak at the beginning of the map.
Yeah. I'm disappointed in EnVy and their wallbang angle up towards apartments with that sniper they had, the auto sniper, because there's a better one somewhere.
Oh yeah, there is.
I'll show you guys another day, but
I think it's there's a fairly common one that'll go all the way down the hallway pretty much.
well, that's actually the one that none of the teams use. That's the one that I want them to pick, because but they all seem to do exactly that one that kind of goes on in a weird angle up in the apartments. But I'm fairly sure that there's a more effective one.
What I'm wondering then is that if there's a counter, because it is such a common one, or common knowledge that there's one that goes down the hallway, if there's a counter wallbang that can come out, and so you might be afraid if a guy's got an AWP up there, he just counter wallbangs you.
That could be. That would be really hard, I think, but maybe. We'll ask them at some point. Adrian up here, gonna underhand flash. This could be great. He's gonna come up with the Eki, but no! MBK gets him in return, and that's a disaster. Now Doja in a tough position. He picks up the bomb carrier, though. He's gonna go down to Kyoshima, and that loses on the bomb side. Adren with that underhand throw. I mean, it should be super effective, but EnVy just didn't really care.
3 of them there, and they all 3 turned around in time. That's the problem with that pop flash in particular, because when you're talking about the reaction time that these guys have, even just that split second that you see it coming around the wall, unless it pops as soon as it comes around that edge, they're going to be able to turn away in time and then basically dodge the blind. So EnVy, man, you cannot take them lightly. And now Happy is just, well, running right into Flamey. This has been like the story, feels like either Angel or Flamey has just been wrecking Happy like round after round.
Yeah, he's not having a fun game, but then his troops are doing just fine, so I don't think he's going to be that concerned with it. He's bottom of the scoreboard, but not even by that much. I mean, top fragging is 8 and Happy's at 5, so it's not really that big of a difference. I don't know. The thing is, if you're not confident in throwing that pop flash up there, you can just get a teammate to do it for you. Someone can stand in graveyard and throw a grenade in, and that will be really hard to dodge. That will be pretty much an instant pop, so they don't really have to attempt it. They can just do a little bit more teamwork. But then again, teamwork is always the thing we bring up with HellRaisers anyway, as being lacking. They'll have essentially one more chance to salvage this first half, I reckon. Because if they lose now, then they're pretty much out of money. Look at the wall banging going on. That's absurd.
This is some old Very Games level stuff. Now the question is, we have to see if this is a tell. NBK takes out Kucher with a great headshot there. So no problem at all. Envy once again have picked up the entry frag, and they just seem to consistently do this. But this wall banging, this is something. This was an old tell from Varigames actually. When Varigames spent like 45 seconds wall banging into apartments, it was almost always going to be an A push out of them. And look at Envy right now; they're setting up to come A. HellRaisers, they're not biting on this. However, they've still only got Angel rotating over just now, and it's going to be too late.
Almost certainly they're going to have to come up with some big kills here towards the pit area as Adrian goes down and leaves Doja all alone up on the railing. He takes one. There's a double kill. Falls down in pit. He's almost out of bullets. That was nearly a triple. Look at MBK. 24 health here. But now they're dug in deep. They've got the bomb down and Angel and Flamey. Got one flashbang. They got a couple of defuse kits here. They need a fast kill to make it a 2v2. And even then it's going to be tough.
Absolutely. NBK shouldn't be. He shouldn't even bother. Yeah, okay, there you go. Just taking low-risk jump peeks, basically. And this is it. Now he's going to be able to draw it out for his teammates. Gets the backstab, and the last man coming through the smoke. Long-range spray from NBK. Quad kill from him in the round. And that's just him playing without fear. That's like how confident they are right now, because he really could have played that a totally different way. He didn't need to show himself with him being on such low HP.
Right, so, I mean, the big problem here is there's no two ways about it, is the fact that Kucher missed the first opening shot and the guy standing still in the middle, and then he got a headshot by MBK trying to repeat. That's too much of a risk to, like, that's too much of an opportunity to give away to a team like Envy, and you saw the punishment sort of come out really quickly afterwards. They will just be able to put together a buy here, which is obviously good news, but even then the first half is definitely lost here. Smiths and NBK. And honestly, NBK are just looking like they're on a different level right now from HellRaisers.
Yeah, this is this is them at their finest, basically. Brute force method. They don't even have to come up with anything subtle at this point, Envy. They're literally just walking in, taking these fights, and winning the duels flat out. And unless Flamey, manages to get a good start and get a triple spray down, which happened one round, basically, I mean, that's never going to set Envy back. They don't have to take that seriously, even. Now, Angel gonna get hunted down by Smiths. Again, Happy. Happy is like the one man who's actually having a bit of a rough match here. But that drops the bomb, actually. This is a great turn of events here for HellRaisers. All of a sudden, the bomb is dropped in mid.
Yeah, they could definitely use this for something, especially if they can coordinate well enough to drop Kyoshima when he walks out there. Doja, I think he spotted the legs then. Really good job. And a little bit of a grenade damage to soften it up. But Smiths is gonna go down, and I'm not sure if HellRaisers were trying to put a setup together where they could help each other. But the fact is, they managed to get caught in a position where none of them could sort of return the kill. And that's not what you want to do when you have the bomb down like that. Smiths is now definitely going to get the bomb plant, and he's got a triple kill as well.
I'm really surprised that the last Envy member there, I believe it was MBK, was just running with his knife out. Like, you should kind of assume that the second man isn't going to be too far for HellRaisers when they're sitting on the bomb. But now Doja, there's so many angles for him to check at this point. He has to make sure that it isn't going to be B-site, and Smith's waiting in just the perfect spot, just mind-gaming Doja. One step ahead, knowing that Doja would have to watch the site, and Smith's just lying in wait. So 10 rounds now, T-side for Envy. This is as brutal as it gets, Anders. Like, there isn't a whole lot to say apart from the fact that Envy, like, they aren't going for anything subtle here. This is just literally them taking a hammer to HellRaisers and just breaking bones with one strike at a time.
It's kind of hard to deal with. HellRaisers deciding that putting 4 people A right off the bat is a good idea, but this smoke doesn't seem to be covering everything. And Flamey only got a FAMAS here. Great flashbang through. Without that, probably Flamey would have got at least 1 kill, but Envy just timing it really well. Angel's going to come out here, M4 in hand. He does a little bit of damage, but not enough. Flamey's going to go down. And once again, the bomb side is lost, and they're fighting from behind. Happy's still waiting down in the middle. He takes down 1. It doesn't get the follow-up kill on Adrian, but it's still pretty good.
Actually, not a bad kill to take out Doja. He's been doing some consistent damage for HellRaisers, so the fact that he's off the table now, it's not too bad a scenario. Adrian just goes for the casual wall bang through the wood there, but second man in banana, Adrian. Mad spray from Smiths. Not a thing that Adrian can do in that situation, and now it's just Angel and Kucher. Well, make that just Kucher, because Angel got roasted.
Oh.
What a shame.
Walk into the fire. Well, I don't know what... I mean, I don't know what to say, really. The rounds they've won, it seems to me, have been the ones where they've been more aggressive and tried to take the fights earlier on. The rounds where they end up waiting at corners and sort of, waiting for Envy to peak. they just get destroyed completely. Like the entry frag level on Envy is too high. They get all the entry frags essentially. And if they just wait around, if they go all the way into the bomber sites, they limit themselves on information. They have no way of knowing what's going on. By the time they realize, well, Envy still just entry fragged them, and then there's no backup coming at all. So as silly as it sounds, it feels like putting on even more aggression for HellRaisers is like, it's the only thing I can see them doing right now that might work. But they only have this one round in it, and I don't know.
Oh, good push here, however, Adrian.
Yeah, more aggression.
That's it. You know, they just start throwing punches here and hoping that it works. Angel gets the spray down on Shoxy, and in the 15th round, this is now looking very good here for HellRaisers. Bomb is still in Envy's control, but they're 2v5 right now, and it's not looking too hot.
Yeah. I don't do much dancing, but if I had like a, you know, I told you so dance, I feel like this would be about the time, because, you know, aggressive apartments, aggressive down banana, and it catches Envy before they even really get a chance to set up. Of course, they could lose those initial fights, but obviously waiting is still going to lose them the fights. They've proven that over the course of the last 14 or 15 rounds. Kiyoshima, the last one left, and 11-4, not looking too hot right now for the HellRaisers team. Best of one game as well, and it's on Inferno, and you're on the more favored side. Huge victory for Envy. And playing, I mean, this is the thing. They play Inferno like this all the damn time. And actually, the thing is, almost every team knows it, but because they're quite skilled individually, and because they do have a pace that's really fast, it can be hard to deal with. Like, even if you know what's coming, you feel like you're prepared for it, and then you're not. Yeah,
it's just confidence, I think, that makes the big difference. HellRaisers trying to basically set up CT side, but when they had their CT side, they had the right positions, but when it came down to the battles, it was always Envy coming out ahead, just out of sheer aim, basically. So HellRaisers now going into their T side, and we have to see what they have in store for us now. Taking over second mid, really taking their time, in fact. I think really expecting some aggression out, and look at this. Push down mid right now coming in from Shoxy. This is very interesting from him. And he has a man, he basically has Kiyoshima shooting from top mid to make HellRaisers think nobody is here. But Shoxy, this is perfect. Lying in wait. They can just run right back into him. He'll pick up free frags. Look at this. Kucher goes past. Easy kill.
Yeah, really good job. If they did run back, he'd probably get those kills as well. But Happy stole two of them. Kiyoshima, nice shot onto Flamey. And it's going to be shot to the double at the end. NBK's dualies did never get put into play, so that's a little bit of a shame, of course. But overall, completely solid round from Envy.
Man, yeah, this is just outright dominance. Well, this also shows just how little respect Envy have for HellRaisers. I mean, going for this play at this point, when they have this scoreline, they just go for the ultra aggression because they know that they have such a huge lead going into the second half.
Look at this. Nova shotgun dually on NBK, P90, MP7 as well. They just have all the guns basically here on the French side. Although Adren's going to pick up the first kill here. Smith wanting to push down, but they're sort of being boxed in right now, and they almost lose the fight there. Now they're back into a 2-on-2, but that could have gone horribly wrong.
That was a very expensive round. Happy will finally put paid to Doja. But you already have Angel on a mission right now wrapping around. He's going to completely ignore mid. And he should... Oh, he's not going to get out. He's going to get spotted. Long-range shots here from Smith. Needs to be careful, but Angel making a run for it. There's the M4, though. That's almost just the perfect gift for Smith. Doesn't have to worry about the range. Happy has spotted out Angel. Now they know he's in apartment. Smith is going to be able to wrap back around, and if Angel comes out of balcony, he's going to be waiting. Finds the headshot. Very easily done there.
Yeah, there it is. Flamey and Doja, I mean, they got 14 and 12 kills. That's not too bad, considering how far they're behind. They're actually almost tied with the top fraggers on Envy, and that's pretty impressive. So that means it's sort of the rest of the HellRaisers team that's maybe just letting them down a little bit here. 13-4. They still could not manage to win that round. Not even put the bomb down, which would have also helped them later on just a little bit. And NBK sticking with another shotgun.
NBK, he actually hasn't seen too much action. I think he just died flat out in that second round. No dually action in the pistols. NBK, man, after a couple of solid rounds there on the T side, I think he's looking to get some action here. And there you go, Happy. Mad spray, and that's a very quick, fairly quick round, actually. It's just Envy bullying HellRaisers at this point. They're just running around on the map doing whatever they want. And that's going to make it very difficult now for HellRaisers to get their confidence up in their actual buy round, because sure, you know, there's less of a risk when you're in an anti-eco to run around and try to take fights and just basically beat them up when they have no Kevlar. but that's tough for HellRaisers to absorb as well. And now HellRaisers, you know, they're going to go into their first buy. There's just going to be so much pressure on them.
Can we start a petition to get Blade back to HellRaisers as like the coach, the sixth man who will sort of help them out a little bit? Because I feel like some of the answers they're looking for, I don't want to say they're right in front of them, because that's actually not how it is. When you're playing in the game, spotting what goes wrong is really, really, really hard. But I do feel like they benefit so much from having someone who just, you know, sometimes take like a step back and say, you know, what's, keep doing the same mistake. Let's try and avoid doing that and just move on from here. They're essentially just going to have one chance on the terror side to make an impact. And that's a real shame, because it's not a coin flip what you do on the terror side. There's lots of ways to get information and just knowing your enemies, but sometimes you can run into setups that you just can't win against almost. And this could be one of them on the A-bomb side. There's 4 people waiting, and if HellRaisers decide to go for it, it could be that EnVy sort of just end the game right here. Oh yeah.
And Shoxy's in a very clever position as well. He waits to see basically for them to commit. If somebody commits to coming out of balcony, Shoxy's going to be waiting. Smith is going to get flamed out, and great shot there by Kucha to pick him up, but Happy is there to return. That cannot be allowed to happen. Doja will return, however, so it is a 2-for-1 trade. Shoxy still alive, and Pit, however, is going to be the thorn in their side. Shoxy with a double spray down. Back into a 2-on-2, and the rotation has come out from NBK. Shoxy just has to stay alive at this point.
Yeah, he's going to jump up here, see if he can catch anyone, and at least just notice if they sneak out of the bomb side again. Did see Angel a little bit, and some shots going through from NBK, but still, HellRaisers, they have the bomb. They just need to sit tight and wait, and hopefully EnVy are going to make a mistake, and then they can close out this round. Because they're right at the edge. NBK coming through, FAMAS in hand. He spotted out one, and they're both going to pick up a kill each there. Shocked with a good triple kill. Going to get denied the defuse, though.
And it's like NBK just like, nope, more money.
I got this. All right, well, I mean, that situation, if we have to take something away from that as an audience, we can say that it's a good highlight of what happens when you're locked inside the A-bomb site, which is why we always, if they were more people, and HellRaisers, they kind of were in a weird position because they didn't really have time to deal with Shox. If they took the fight with Shox to root him out of pit, NBK would have been there in time and they would have been shot in the back, so they had no choice. But normally you want one guy inside the bomb site and then a couple of people, pit, apartments, quad, actually just anywhere but inside the bomb site. You can't have your whole terrorist force inside the A-bomb site when it goes down. But that's what happened, and they just couldn't make it out.
And the beatdown continues. 2 for, I mean, basically, NBK peeking out, taking 1, but then Happy just mopping up. Special smoke, well, extra smoke actually goes down there. Thrown in from mid. Wondering if HellRaisers are going to pick up on that fact. Start wondering if anybody is here, but that's it. That moment's hesitation costs Angel. He picked up Happy, but didn't know where Smith's was and decides not to take the risk and push through the smoke. So,
Now Shox is moving out. And
yeah, now this is going to be a real problem. They're going to get flanked.
Really hard for them to do much of anything once this is the situation.
Oh, he hears the steps as well. He knows exactly what's happening. So Smith does not know that Angel is up in pool yet, but Shoxy has definitely heard a man move up banana. And Shoxy is now just going to be going, they're going to box him in perfectly here. It's the triangle of doom, Anders. It's closing in.
Yeah, it definitely is. Hiroshima right next to them as well. Smith's with the opening kill. Kucha, last man alive, and shot coming up from behind. Yeah, good read from the French team. I mean, they were looking so solid in this game. Start to finish, essentially.
Just, it looked like EnVy right from the start were just going through the motions.
Yeah.
Like at no point were they afraid of what HellRaisers were throwing at them.
Yeah. And the HellRaisers team, I mean, what's weird is that they had a couple of rounds where they sort of tested what happens if we go aggressive. And then it's like they jot down a piece of